Glyphosate, the hidden costs of its widespread use on health and environment. Introduction. Glyphosate, the most widely used herbicide in the world, has long been a controversial topic. While it is marketed as a safe and effective weed killer, emerging research suggests significant risks to both human health and the environment. Used extensively in genetically modified GMO agriculture, glyphosate is found in everything from food crops and drinking water to soil and air. Studies now indicate that this chemical is not as harmless as once believed. Concerns about gut health, hormone disruption, neurotoxicity, and cancer risk have led scientists to reevaluate its true impact on human biology. This article explores glyphosate's widespread presence, its biological effects, and what we can do to minimize exposure. What is glyphosate, and why is it controversial? Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup, a popular herbicide developed by Monsanto, now owned by Bayer. It works by blocking the shikimate pathway, a biochemical route used by plants to produce essential amino acids. This process kills weeds but is claimed to be harmless to humans because our bodies do not have this pathway. However, the gut microbiome does, and research suggests that glyphosate damages beneficial gut bacteria, leading to widespread health effects. Key concerns about glyphosate are found in over 70% of foods. Glyphosate residues are present in grains, fruits, vegetables, and processed foods. Linked to cancer risk, the World Health Organization, WHO, classified glyphosate as a probable human carcinogen in 2015. Harms gut health. Disrupts the gut microbiome, affecting digestion, immunity, and brain health. Interferes with detoxification. Glyphosate binds to essential minerals, magnesium, manganese, and iron, impairing cellular function. Acts as an endocrine disruptor, mimics hormones, contributing to reproductive issues and metabolic disorders. How glyphosate affects human health. Glyphosate and the gut microbiome. Although the human body does not use the shikimate pathway, the bacteria in our gut microbiome do. Glyphosate selectively kills beneficial bacteria while allowing harmful bacteria to thrive, leading to increased gut permeability, leaky gut, inflammation, food intolerances, and autoimmune disorders, reduced serotonin and dopamine production, linked to mood disorders. Research shows that glyphosate exposure correlates with conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, increased susceptibility to infections, glyphosate and hormonal disruption. Glyphosate has been classified as an endocrine disruptor, meaning it interferes with hormone function even at low doses. This can lead to thyroid dysfunction, affecting metabolism, reproductive issues, lower testosterone and estrogen imbalance, increased risk of polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. Glyphosate and cancer risk. In 2015, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, part of the World Health Organization, classified glyphosate as a Group 2, a probable human carcinogen. Several lawsuits have linked long-term glyphosate exposure to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, leading to billions of dollars in legal settlements. Key findings: farm workers and individuals with chronic exposure have higher cancer risks. Lab studies show glyphosate can damage DNA and promote cell mutations. Glyphosate and brain health. Recent research suggests that glyphosate exposure may contribute to neurological disorders, including Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease due to oxidative stress. ADHD and autism spectrum disorders linked to gut-brain axis disruption. Neuroinflammation, chronic exposure affects memory and cognition. Glyphosate in the food supply, what we know. Studies have found glyphosate residues in grains and cereals, wheat, oats, barley, corn, legumes, soy, lentils, chickpeas, fruits and vegetables, especially non-organic, processed foods, bread, pasta, crackers, packaged snacks, meat and dairy, due to contaminated animal feed. Even products labeled as natural or organic have trace amounts due to contamination in soil and water. How to reduce glyphosate exposure. Choose organic and regenerative foods. Organic foods are grown without glyphosate-based herbicides. Regenerative farming improves soil health, reducing the need for chemical inputs. Support natural detoxification. Increase sulfur-rich foods, garlic, onions, cruciferous vegetables, to support liver detox pathways. Consume fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, to restore gut bacteria. Get adequate minerals, magnesium, zinc, manganese, to counteract glyphosate's mineral-depleting effects. Filter your water. Use a high-quality water filter that removes glyphosate residues. Spring water sources may be less contaminated than municipal water. 4. Avoid conventional processed foods. Read labels and avoid packaged foods made with GMO corn, soy, and wheat. Opt for organic grains and legumes to minimize residue intake. Conclusion: a call for greater awareness. Glyphosate is not just an agricultural tool, it is a chemical that impacts human health at multiple levels. While industry claims safety at low doses, research increasingly shows its disruptive effects on gut health, hormones, and chronic disease risk. Choosing organic and minimally processed foods is one of the most effective ways to reduce exposure. Restoring gut health and supporting detoxification can help mitigate potential damage. Advocating for safer agricultural practices is essential for long-term public health. The conversation around glyphosate is far from over, but being informed is the first step toward protecting ourselves and future generations. Disclaimer: this article is for informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Consult a healthcare provider before making dietary or lifestyle changes.